everyone. This is Wale saying happy Monday. All right, let me get into this video. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful day and happy Monday. Yesterday was February 14th. Now, I spent a number of years in Nigeria, West Africa, Nigeria, and there is something that was customary there. It was something that we celebrated there, and we celebrated here in the United States as well. I'm talking about February 14th, 7 days after my birthday. It is Valentine's Day. That's the day that, love is in the air. People are expressing romantic love for their significant other, for that one special person. Hugs, kisses, all those goody stuff. So today I thought about that, and I thought about love, the whole aspect of love. But I thought about this too. I said, in my mind, I was thinking, you can't truly love someone. You can't express love effectively and in a healthy way if you don't love yourself effectively and in a healthy way. I'm not talking about selfish, narcissistic kind of love, but in a healthy way. You can't give what you don't have. And so today I want to focus on this. I want to ask you this question. Do you love yourself? Do you like yourself? Do you value yourself? And so my subject for today is don't devalue you. Don't do it. Don't devalue you. And I could say don't devalue yourself, but I want to emphasize you don't devalue you. I thought about this from two different standpoints, personally and professionally. I'll try not to make this video too long, but this is really something that, is near and dear to me, because whenever I see someone that I feel is living beneath their potential, it aches, it hurts, grieves me. And even worse when I see someone allowing someone else to devalue them. I want to say, hey, don't you know you're worth more than that? Don't you know you have more potential? Wake up. Don't let them do that to you. And maybe you can think of someone. Some of you, it might be you, but maybe for some others, it might be someone you can think about personally. I was talking to a young gentleman recently. He's about 19 years old. And we're talking about relationships. And we got on the subject of abuse. And due to the nature, as we kept going through our conversation, he got an aha moment and he was like, abuse doesn't have to just be physical. I was like, yes, that's the obvious type. But there's verbal, emotional, mental abuse. Here in the United States, they celebrate, or they draw awareness, or that's probably a better word. They bring awareness to the fact that people, have experienced and are experiencing domestic violence, where someone that's supposed to be loving them is abusing them in some shape or some kind of form. And so I really believe that we as individuals train people, we teach people how to value us. That's not an excuse for someone to devalue you. But many times I feel that, if we know our worth and value and we communicate that to other people, we say, hey, hold up. I know who I am. You can't do that to me. So maybe you have someone in mind that you can think about. And that's the most obvious way. When you see someone, a family member, a relative, or, friend who is going through or experiencing physical, emotional, verbal, mental abuse, it hurts and you can see that. That's obvious. That's blatant. But sometimes it's subtle. It's subtle when you're in a personal relationship and you can't express yourself. You're in a personal relationship and you can't be yourself. You're around people that don't believe in your ideas. You're around someone that doesn't believe in your dreams. You can't express your dreams, your goals, your vision. Every time you have a dream, your goal, your vision, your aspiration, they shoot it down. The pastor in Nigeria, Sam Adeyemi, says you may have a dream that's 100 by 100, and they break it down to 1 by 1. They're always trying to minimize your dream, your potential, your value. Don't let anyone devalue you. And I thought like this personally, a speaker said, the two types of relationships, nourishing and toxic relationships. And so when you evaluate your relationship, you owe it to yourself to take the time to identify, to actually evaluate, what is this relationship doing to me? Is it making me a better person? Is it springing me forward into my destiny? Is it propelling me to my destiny? Is it challenging me to be better, to do better, to have better? Or is it choking the life out of me? And so you might be thinking to yourself, I have the perfect person in mind. I know so and so, they need to watch this video because I've been talking to them. I've been telling them I'm going to hit this video on replay and let them see that this is a universal truth. And it's not just me saying this. And hopefully, while your words will be able to, communicate this truth to them in a way that they will take action and change and get that toxic person out of their life. And I do believe that sometimes when someone is in the frame, when you're part of the picture, you can't see the entire picture when you're in the frame. You need someone that's on the outside that can see. But before we go ahead and start saying, yes, it's so and so, let's think about this from another aspect. We talked about it personally. Let's talk about it professionally. So professionally, how are you doing? I remember I was at a job for a number of years, and it was going on 3 years. We hadn't gotten a raise. Now, I'm not trying to advocate entitlement. I don't believe that we get paid. I believe what Jim Rohn says. We don't get paid for the time we bring to the marketplace. You get paid for the value that we bring. But have you ever been in a job? I'm talking about professional value now. Have you ever been in a job where you knew you were doing more, but you were getting paid less than you were doing? The person didn't value you. So let's go back to that personal relationship. If you knew your friend was in that personal relationship, and usually when the person is trying to exit out of that relationship, that abuser is like, saying things like, I love you, and no one's gonna love you like I love you. No one's gonna value you like I value you. If they call that love, they have the nerve, the audacity to call that love. But no one's gonna value you like I value you. You would say to your friend, hey, get out of there. There's someone else that's gonna see your worth and value you that way. But how about professionally? You're in a job and they're saying this is all you're gonna get paid, take it or leave it. I know of a guy who was, he said his own, I don't call it his confession or his testimony was that he was in a professional relationship, and for years they were paying him peanuts or close to nothing. And the little benefits that he had, they later on said, hey, we're going to take that too. Take it or leave it. So what's keeping you in there? Because you're not imprisoned in that professional relationship. No one's holding a gun to your head. No one is holding you captive, or, why haven't you left? And so we can do that even professionally. We can train people how to value us. And it might be in some situations where we have to be more, to do more, to have more. And when I say be more, intrinsically, I believe that you have it within you. But just like coal that is being processed into diamond, you may have to go through a process of bringing out the potential that you have in you in a way that it can be used and become more valuable in the marketplace. And so you may have to grow. But I don't believe, a gentleman once said that don't internalize, here in the United States, you get paid X amount of dollars if you're a wage earner, typically per hour. And so he says, I was like, wow. He says, you're not that. Maybe you've been getting paid a certain amount per hour, but that's not all you can get paid. You can be more. Don't say, hey, I'm just a, $2 per hour kind of person. So, this is what I'm worth. No, that's not necessarily true. And really quickly, I want to talk about this. So that's if you're employed. Talked about personal. We talked about if you're professional, but if you're employed working for someone else. How about business people? You might be working in a business. You have a good, you have a product, you have a service. Don't let, I want to call them bozos. We call them bozos. Don't let bozos come around who are not your ideal clients, who are not those customers and clients that see the true value that you're bringing to the marketplace. People that, when I call them bozos, those people that you tell them what your price is and they only want to pay you a fraction of the price. They don't value it. And if they don't value it, how are they going to appreciate it? How can you appreciate something you don't value? And so that's my question to you. Why are you allowing people professionally to tell you that this is all that you're worth? It never goes well. I've had potential clients, people that, for one reason or other, try to lowball my services. And it's different from someone that's an ideal client who's willing to pay the price. Someone says that if you don't raise your price, no one else will be so quick to raise your price. It says until you say I am, no one say thou art. Until you know your value. Now, in some cases, you get lucky or we get blessed where someone sees the value, even sometimes when we don't see it. But in a lot of cases, people come and they don't want to pay you a penny more than you communicate. Actually, they want to pay you less than you're saying you're worth. So you have to be able to know your value and stand by it and say, this is my worth. Personally, this is my worth and value professionally. And if you can't respect that, I'm sorry. So I hope something I said today, and I started thinking, how do you go from Valentine's Day to this? But really, before we go out, we're communicating love to other people, usually the whole romantic kind of love, which is great. But how about you? How are you communicating love towards yourself? How do you value yourself and how you treat, how you teach in the world, how you show in the world, how you exhibiting to the world that, hey, this is Wally, this is so and so, this is you, and this is how you should treat me. This is how I should be treated. This is how I deserve to be treated. So until next time, I hope you stay informed, inspired, and encouraged to go out there and win in life. I'm rooting for your success. I always say that and I mean it. I'm rooting for your success. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.